This is how you gauge your time frame of a brushstroke or a painting, using time as a drawing. So the art theory is here, expressive gesturalism, that you want to reach a goal within a certain amount of time and a certain amount of effort and application. The stopping point is when you go astray from the purity of color or the purity of arrangement. You have to know what that time period is. So you start, okay, so you can only paint so much and you can only give it so much before you have to stop. Because the stopping point is when you go astray from the purity of color or the purity of arrangement. And that period, the length of it, the start and the stop of it, can be gauged as it fluxes. Because it fluxes according to your own inner guide, masterstroke, lines. So you start and you must stop when you go astray from purity of color and arrangement in your expression. Now, you don't have to stop the painting, but you should stop that brushstroke. I'm not fucking tired, aren't I? And this is the fun part. So the time period can be gauged as it fluxes, right? Of course, because it's not a time period. It is a gauge. It's a meter. Within you, still don't stop, right? Whatever. You definitely don't stop. That will be your only guide. You don't know when to stop. Sometimes you don't know when to stop. You don't know when to keep going. But if you follow the guideline, so when you lose purity of color and arrangement according to your own opinion, your own guidelines, whether you're stopping a brushstroke or a painting, you start to know yourself and know what you are capable of, what your attention span, what your intentional expression is capable of. Then, and only then, can you see the power of God take over your hand, the infinite creator. Because you've already spent, according to your best knowledge, you know your time limit now, right? You know what your brushstroke is capable of, and then it just goes into this place that is beyond what you're doing intentionally. It's a relationship outside of your parameter that we're really interested in. That greater force that is within you that creates. That's how you're going to gain ground in a relationship to that force and to that spirit. You want to reach a goal within a certain amount of time, quote unquote time, and a certain amount of effort and a certain amount of application. That's like there is no more paint on your brush. That is the lowest form of physical determination of a barrier of application. But then the next one up is you're passing out because you've painted so much, or you've got too fucking wasted and you just are dying on your last breath. That is your physical extreme of application. Now the time frame is based on the purity of color and arrangement before you go astray. Wow, big fucking surprise. And this is how you gain confidence, actually, by starting to register these points. That's your time frame. That's it. That's all you need to know. It's not a line. Something more than fucking just than composition, of course. But it also means the arrangement of these time-sensitive bursts, these moments where you know yourself and you're creating and you're arranging on the canvas. And you have arranged this. And that could have been in one stroke. But what's beautiful is you can arrange this self of yours, you can arrange all these different parts of yourself onto the canvas. For better or for worse, baby, don't be a square.